Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Andrews with Golf Academy here. As always, you're very welcome to the video today. I'm doing another one of my lockdown virtual videos, and this one is a little bit special for me, a bit of a sentimental sort of trip down memory lane. I'm going to take you to the northwest of England, to an area called the Fylde Coast, which is often known as the Gulf Coast. We'll put some little maps up as we chat, and we'll put some facts up as we go, just to sort of get you a little bit more informed. I'm going to be talking today about the Royal Birkdale Golf Club. Where do you start with one of the finest golf courses in the UK, one of the finest golf courses in the world? Formed in 1889, I think, if my memory serves me right. It was either 1889 or 1899. Anyway, it's well over 100 years old now. 120 years old, and the reason it's so close to me is that my dear departed father was a member there. He joined in 1979, I think, and he sadly passed away in 2010, so he was a member there for sort of 30 odd years. Loved his golf at Birkdale. My brother is still a member at Birkdale, so there's very much a family connection for me. I was never a member at Birkdale, but I was trying to figure out over the years during my teens. I played a lot with my dad there as a visitor, so I must have played, I don't know, round about 40 plus rounds at Royal Birkdale, so I know the course really well. Hosted 10 British Opens, and we'll put again some little graphics up as I'm talking here so you can see past winners. 2 Ryder Cups, it's Walker Cups, Amateur Championships, British Women's Open. And I read a stat somewhere that I think since the war, it's held the most number of championships than any other course in the world. So there's a stat for you. It's an amazing golf course. When you drive into, it's very unassuming. When you drive into it, there's a little sign that just says Royal Birkdale, you know, and you blink and you miss it. And it's buried in the sand dunes, and you get a little view of the clubhouse. Again, we'll put some pictures up. The Art Deco style clubhouse, which kind of sits there, painted white, almost like a sort of a ship design, a liner design, very striking. But when you look into the sand dunes, you think there's no way there can be a golf course in there. It just doesn't look possible. So it's a brilliant stretch of golf courses up that coast. You start really with Hoylake, and then you go to, let me think, West Lancs Golf Club, Southport and Ainsdale. Then you go Hillside, Birkdale, Formby, Hesketh, and many others that I've probably missed off. So you really are sport for choice on what we call the Gulf Coast. So what I'm going to do is pick 2 of my favourite holes from Birkdale. If you ever get the chance to play it, and the amazing thing about golf courses is anyone can go and play there. The problem is it's quite expensive. All British Open venues are around about the same, around about £250-ish. Some are a little bit more, some are a bit less. So you might think £250 British to go and play a golf course is a huge amount of money. Well, you're going to get 4 hours of enjoyment, and you're going to play one of the finest golf courses in the world. It's a real treat. If you ever get it, the opportunity, I know £250 is a lot of money, but go and play it. You won't regret it. Being a links course near the sea, the wind often blows, so you know you've got that to contend with as well. But it's a brilliant day out. The people are very hospitable. It's not a snooty club. You know, they're very welcoming in the pro shop there. They do a great job, and the food's good, and it's all very relaxed, and it's just a nice place to go and play golf. So let me introduce you to my first hole. Stay tuned. So we're going to play 2 holes today. The first hole I've chosen is the 7th hole. It's the second par 3 that you get to. Off the championship tee, the members' tee is kind of over here, and the members' tee attacks this green from a completely different angle. So this is the championship tee, and it says it's 184 yards. During the Open, it plays around about 177. Let's give you a quick little flyby of it, and we'll flash up some images, some pictures as well as we chat about it. It's a slightly elevated tee. So it sits quite high. We've got, I think there's 8 bunkers surrounding this hole. It's not the biggest of targets, and I've played it off both these tees. I'd probably say I find this tee, the Championship tee, a slightly easier angle than maybe off the members tee. I don't know why. The members tee plays a little bit shorter. It can play at sort of 140, 150, but I say quite elevated, and the wind does really hit it. So my club of choice today, I'm using the new Cobra Rad Speed irons, which are quite strong lofted, 27.5 degrees, which is, for a normal 7-iron, that's a big hit for me, but this will get there quite easily. And places I don't want to go, definitely don't want to pick up this bunker here, or any of these bunkers, to be quite honest. So pressure's on. Got some Mizuno golf balls down on the deck. I've got no wind on here, which would be unusual at Birkdale, but let's hit a couple in here. Okay, it's got to go a little bit. Needs a big bounce, that one. Oh, and it got one. Now, that was very fortuitous. That could have kicked left into that dreaded bunker, and I found front edge there quite nicely. To be honest, didn't hit that very well. Thank goodness for heel and toe cavity back clubs, because if I'd hit that with a blade, that would have not got nowhere near it. So first one, I'm going to hit 3 shots. First one, we've hit the green. Nice start. Again, this is a great advert for cavity back clubs. Not the best of strikes. That one's going to end up a little bit closer. I tell you what, if I hit that in the real world, I would be singing and dancing on that tee. I've knocked that one to about, I don't know what it is, about 6 foot away. Going well so far, isn't it? I've stood on this tee many times with the wind, guessing club. I always generally tend to over club and hit too much club and end up through the back. But, my dear father, his name was Peter Ainsworth, a very good golfer in his day. Played most of his life off about 4 or 5 handicap, and my brother reminded me of a story that whenever he went in one of these bunkers here, he did struggle a bit out of the bunkers sometimes, and he'd sometimes thin the ball out of the bunker and always complain there wasn't enough sand. He'd say, "Not enough sand in the bunker, Andrew. Need to put some more sand in." I don't think there was anything wrong with the sand. It was just my dad had not played a particularly good bunker shot. God bless him. Now that was a better strike, but unfortunately that is in a world of trouble. I've turned it over. I've missed the green by a country mile, and I would be doing well there to make a 4 from that position. We'll leave it in for your entertainment. Now that could be good. If the draw kicks in, it's going to find the green. It's best strike so far. Bang on for yardage, but probably left myself a good 25, maybe 30 foot putt there. So there's the 7th hole at Birkdale, an absolutely cracking par 3, which depends on the wind, could play anywhere from a 7-iron down to a 3 wood. Really could. Brilliant hole. Stay with me. I'm going to take you to my 2nd hole. So here's my 2nd hole. I could pick any of these holes. They're all my favourites. I've gone back to the 5th hole, which the reason I love this hole is it's a short par 4, and I'm a big fan of short par 4s. These 480-yard par 4s do my head in a little bit, to be honest. This is just 319 yards off this tee, and they can vary the length of it during the championship. Give you a little flyby. It's a dog leg from left to right, and the brave or the foolish, dependent on how you want to describe it, sometimes try and drive this green. You can try and cut the corner. There is a little pond here and there's a world of trouble over there, but majority of these golfers will hit, dependent on the wind, they'll hit an iron off the tee, maybe a little hybrid to sort of the corner of the dog leg, and then they've just got a short iron in. So let's have a go. I've got a 5-iron here, and I'm literally just going to try and put a nice smooth swing on it and find that fairway. Yeah, that'll do me. That's all I was trying to do. And during the Open, they really narrow these fairways in. They're not going to be too wide at all. So accuracy is a real premium. That's perfect. 201 yards to the corner of the dog leg. Let's see what it's left me to the green. So it's left me 142 yards to the flag. I can't remember how the greens are set to firm or soft. I'm thinking here, pin's cut on the front, we've got no wind coming in. I'm kind of thinking, for me, that is, I could jump on a big 9-iron, but I'm just going to try and hit a nice little soft 8-iron in there and see if we can just find that putting surface, shall we? Lots of bunkers around this green. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's at least 4, maybe 5 bunkers, and it's quite a narrow sort of green. Here we go. Struck it okay. Just wondering if I've got enough club. Go on, up you go. I'll take that. I'm always happy to hit this green in 2. That's 6, 7 feet away. So I could have really tried to jump on the 9-iron, but I just thought I'd try and hit a little soft 8. I'm really pleased that we have auto putt on that. Oh, 17 feet away. I was a bit hopeful, same. So we'll give ourselves 2 putts on that one. So yeah, a par will do me quite happily. So that was the second hole of choice for me, the par 5, 5th. Beautiful little hole. So there we go. It's great going back to Birkdale. I was due to play there this year, but with my brother, but obviously with COVID and all the rest of the stuff, that's not possible. So fingers crossed, at some stage this year, I'll be able to get back to one of my favourite golf courses and have a little hack round there. Great stuff. Thanks for joining me on my trip back to Birkdale. All the best. If you're new to the channel, maybe do me a favour and click on that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you think it deserves one of those. All the best. Bye for now.